My name is Bongile, and I was born, bred, and still living in Mamelodi. Hello.
Hi.
I started baking very early on in life. So throughout my whole life, I used to bake. I remember from the age of 12, I started selling scones to make a living. So I think then I didn't know it's my passion, but as years went by, then I realized baking is my passion. I went to so many schools that I lost count, but after matriculating, I went to study my BCom Informatics with UNISA. I think I've worked for 2 years, 6 months. My whole working experience was 2 years, 6 months. I decided, no, I'm going to bake. So I left my job and I jumped right into entrepreneurship. So I never had any formal training in terms of baking. So I call myself a hobbyist. I don't even know if there's a word like that, but I'm a hobbyist. I love baking, and I turned my baking passion into profit for myself.
You have quite an interesting space from that corner there that you've dubbed the Kiddies Corner. Just take me through what you have in this space.
Okay, so in this space, there's so much happening in like such a small space, right? So as you walk in, you'll see the Kiddies Art Corner.
Yeah.
So the Kiddies Art Corner, so on Saturdays we have storytelling. So sometimes during storytelling, the kids will draw or do whatever like creative activity that we ask them to do. And then it will be like a weekly Hall of Fame where we just put their works on the wall.
Yes.
And then as you come in, the artworks on the walls is from local artists.
Okay.
So every month we'll have a different artist who comes and exhibits. So it's like me offering the space and saying, hey, come put up your work, let people see it, let people buy it.
So your coffee shop also doubles up as a gallery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then we have books.
Yes.
So the books, it's a library, so you can bring a book and exchange for a book.
Wow.
Because I've realized that books are expensive, books are not accessible, and affordability is a problem. So what if I buy a book, you buy a book, and we don't have to replicate? I know then people come with the argument, authors, this, that, but in the environments that I'm in, if I want to get people to read, then I need to create a platform where they can read. So making books affordable and accessible to them. And that's what the library is about. So we get people who come and donate books, and there's a lady who helps me with that. Her name is Pindile, so she'll curate the books that we want. And we also sell crafts, like other people's crafts. So the earrings are from another lady called Mashutu. We resell the earrings for her. So she comes and she puts them here and customers just buy. And we have a lady who does hygiene products, so your facial products.
So you're also like a pop-up market as well. It's like a 5-in-1.
Yes, so every week there's something different happening. It's a space for creative people, for local people, but why should a person drive all the way out of Mamelodi for a good cup of coffee or to see art or to read a book if they can do it here in the comfort of here?
Pindi, this is your space within the space.
Yes.
Tell me about this particular space.
Well, the space, it was a space that I fell into, let me put it that way, because Momo had already started collecting. So when I came into the space, she said, but I need somebody to actually manage the books, to actually manage the art, to manage the events. What is most interesting is the conversations that take place in the space.
Yeah.
Because every time when we have people in the space and they sit here and they start conversing, it's really about, entrepreneurship, about business, about, making it. Artists come in the space and actually want to just sit here and be creative.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I curate the art in here. That's why, sort of like the zen.
Yes.
I want to create a space where people can just have positive conversations. Over a cup of coffee.
That's the importance of spaces like these. They are such an epitome and a symbol of the fact that South Africa is not standing in the same space. There's black women like yourselves and like Mo who are championing, us black people, and you're moving us forward through reading, through art, because we can also I relate to everything that is in the space. Well done on all of this. I cannot wait to taste some of the cakes and of course the coffee that you guys have here. It smells so great. I was saying to Mo when I walked in, it smells so heavenly.